Picture this. It's the chaotic Middle Ages in southern France. A ruthless knight named Warner de Boulaut leads his army in a brutal siege against a fortified town. The walls are crumbling, defenders are desperate, civilians are hiding in terror. Warner's men hammer the gates with battering rams. Victory seems moments away. The townspeople know they're outmatched. In a final act of faith, they hoist their most sacred treasure, a crucifix bearing the image of Christ, onto the ramparts. They pray aloud, "Lord, save us." Warner spots it from below. Furious at this superstition, he grabs his crossbow, aims straight at the heart of the figure, and fires. The arrow hits true. But instead of splintering wood, fresh blood pours from the wound. Real, warm, miraculous blood. It flows down the crucifix, staining the ground below. Warner's army freezes. Shouts die out. The knight stares in horror and wonder. His weapon drops from shaking hands. The impossible has happened. The image of Christ bleeds before his eyes. In that instant, rage turns to repentance. Warner de Boulaut, once a man of violence and conquest, is struck to his core. He kneels before the bleeding crucifix and begs forgiveness. The miracle converts the conqueror. He turns his back on his old life of raiding and warfare on behalf of earthly kings, and dedicates the remainder of his life to the crusaders. This incredible story comes from Caesarius of Heisterbach, a Cistercian monk writing around the year 1220. He recorded hundreds of these miracles. Now, for him, verified meant, "I heard it from a reliable monk who heard it from a knight who swore it was true." It was less about objective proof and more about spiritual impact, a lesson for the faithful. Warner was a political enforcer in a bloody civil war. When he took the crusader's vow, he was seeking an escape from the guilt of his own violence. But history shows the Crusades weren't always holy. While the monks called it a penance, for the people in the path of the knights, it often felt like an invasion. So, while the tale of Warner de Boulaut likely belongs in the realm of powerful legend rather than verifiable historical fact, the phenomenon of bleeding crucifixes didn't stop in the Middle Ages. In our next video, we'll dive into a more recent and eerily similar miracle from the 20th century, which was witnessed by crowds of people, backed by contemporary accounts, and is still honored and celebrated today.